What's going on, everyone? It's Marco Hanna from PhoneDog.com here with the unboxing of the brand new LG Lucid 3. Now, this is basically their affordable, very affordable smartphone on Verizon Wireless because it's an exclusive. It's also the follow-up to the LG Lucid 2, also an exclusive to Verizon Wireless. So this is basically currently available. $0 on a 2-year contract or $300 off contract. So it's direct competitors of things like this, the Nexus 5, and things like this, which is the Moto G and also the Moto X. But before we get to the unboxing of the LG Lucid 3, I want to give a quick shout out to Best Buy Mobile for giving us devices like the LG Lucid 3 for use in our One Pod Bandit giveaway game. So let's go ahead and open this box up and check out what's inside. I kind of got a little beat up in the shipping here, but we'll just not worry about that. We'll try to open it here somehow. There we go. So first things first is obviously the phone. It has a 4.7-inch QHD display, which is actually 960 by 540, so quite a weird resolution there. But again, it's QHD, it's affordable. It's basically $0 on a 2-year contract, so again, it's not going to have something like a 1080p display. Inside, we have a basically get to know your phone, LG Lucid 3 by LG. And then underneath that, we're just going to have our power cable. Yeah, the box was pretty beaten up by FedEx there. So good job, FedEx, for beating up my box here to unbox on PhoneDog.com. So basically your wall wart and also your micro USB cable to charge your phone and do things like data transfers and all of that stuff. So quick size comparison. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit smaller than the LG Nexus 5. Nexus 5 obviously having a 5-inch display, while the Lucid 3 has a 4.7-inch display. And then thickness-wise, it's about the same thickness, probably a hair thicker on the Lucid 3 side. And also the build quality is definitely not up to par to the Nexus 5. This is definitely a little bit more cheaper. The plastic feels much more of things made like the Samsung Galaxy S4 and the previous Galaxy S models. So let's go ahead and boot this guy up. Now inside you have a 1.2 gigahertz quad-core Snapdragon 600 processor, a 2440 milliamp hour battery, and also it has Android 4.4.2. So that's definitely an update to all the other devices that you can get on Verizon Wireless, because most of them are still running on Jelly Bean and other previous Android software. So Android 4.4.2, on top of that is LG's custom user interface. But for the most part, it actually kind of looks almost stock, very similar to the LG G Flex and the LG G2. It also has the same double tap to wake up feature. If we get that to work there we go. And it has the same double tap to wake up feature. The buttons are still on the side. They're definitely not on the back. On the back, we actually have a 5-megapixel rear-facing camera, records 1080p video. And the front, we have a VGA camera to record your 640 by 480 video, or having Skype video calling or Google Hangouts on here. So let's go ahead and just try to go to PhoneDog.com. We'll fire up Google Chrome here, and we'll just see how it handles, because Chrome is notoriously very difficult to run on a phone that definitely doesn't have the same up-to-par software as things like the HTC One or the or even the S5. So let's go to PhoneDog.com, and we'll just see how this looks on the LG Lucid 3. But it's definitely a very lightweight phone. It definitely feels not nice in the hand, but definitely solid, and doesn't feel like it's going to break, or it's not as cheap as some of the other Samsung affordable smartphones on Verizon, or really any carrier by any of that matter. So let's go ahead and just try to scroll through, and so far, I mean, a couple lags, a couple weird spots there, so it's definitely going to be interesting to see how well this competes with things like the LG Nexus 5, which is obviously a Nexus device with no software. While this is having LG's custom user interface and Q-Slide applications, so it's definitely going to be interesting to see how this phone puts up with things like the Moto G, the LG Nexus 5. So let me know in the comments what you'd like to see about the LG Lucid 3, and especially if you want to see comparisons against other affordable handsets that were available on different carriers and even Verizon Wireless. So my name is Marco Hanna from PhoneDog.com. You can follow me on Twitter at PhoneDog_Marco is my username there. And make sure to like this video, comment this video, and I will see you guys in the next video.